drink a rum. Drink a rum and a punch a cream. I drink a rum. Drink a rum and a punch a cream. I drink a rum. Drink a rum and a punch a cream. I drink a rum. Mama, mama, would you like to join your sonny? I am over here, happy in this mother country. Darling, for the Christmas, your son will be really jumping. Listen to the chorus of what we'll be singing. Drink a rum and a punch a cream, I drink a rum. It's Christmas morning. Drink a rum and a punch a cream, I drink a rum. Mama, drink it, you drink it. Drink a rum and a punch a cream, I drink a rum.
Well, hello and welcome. What the story say? Y'all come in and sit down. For those of you who are here for the first time, you're welcome. I'm Dr. Pauline Baird, cultural bearer from the village of Buxton, Guyana, and I tell our stories. I tell our whispered stories, our family histories, our long lost and sometimes forgotten traditions. And like we say in the village, what the stories say, you come in, we talk story. Lord Kitchener give away one nice story about Christmas. When I hear this song, I just think about Christmas. All the Caribbean can think about Christmas because it's talking about the celebration and how people celebrate Christmas. He harks back to a time gone by when people used to be away, like at foreign, and how they celebrate Christmas. Now, I live away in foreign, in Japan, and I think about how do we celebrate Christmas. You see, I'm from Guyana. And Guyana is one of the sugar producing nations. And when we produce sugar, we have byproducts of sugar, and rum is one of them. So to be Guyanese and Caribbean is to know about rum. And some of we drink rum. Me don't drink rum, but people does drink rum. And nothing wrong with that. They do what they gotta do, right? So they take a little tops, and some of them just drink plenty, and some of them just like that they drink plenty. Well, this one, Lord Kitchener talks about drink a rum on a Christmas morning. Why would anybody want to drink rum morning time? They say if you want to know a drunkard, watch what they drink a morning. They drink a morning, but Christmas morning they just excuse it, right? So let's set the scene. Kitchener talked about what happened or what happens when people are away. People have deep nostalgic feelings for home. And so this song is really about home. How do we create home abroad? And he gives one experience. Whether it's real or imagined, I don't know, but it fits the bill. All right. So they said the song was written sometime in the 1950s, say 53, 54. In around 1948, thereabout, there was something called the Windrush, where Britain, the mother country, as they call it, because remember, Guyana, Barbados, all these countries were colonized by Britain. Africans were enslaved there. Indians were taken there as indentured immigrants, Portuguese, Chinese, whatever. We are 6 races in Guyana. The Amerindians or the indigenous people were always there. Good. So we, the newcomers, had to adjust to what Britain gave us. And so they established a tradition that honored king and country. So when Britain was devastated from the war, they wanted people to go and build their country. So they got people from the Caribbean to go to Britain to build up Britain. And so you have people like Ian Jege from my village, Mr. Barnwell, who was a Bajan living in my village. He was a legionnaire. He fought in World War II, I understand it. And there were some other ones who fought in World War II. I thank them for their service because they did what they had to do back then. Whether I support Britain or not, that is not the case. He did something that many people didn't do. And why would they go fight for Britain? And why would they even go to Britain to build Britain? That was the history of the day. When they had the war, people in the Caribbean had to feel the heat. I understand my grandmother and them used to try to make pumpkin flour because there was no flour. They tried to catch the hand however they could. It was a rough time. The whole world was in trouble, and so were the Caribbean people. So many people went to Britain from Jamaica, Trinidad, and so on. So I assume that the context for this story is that Windrush time. if it's in the 1950s, right? So lots of Caribbean people were there. And I understand conditions were rough. Many times they experienced hardships. The cold was so much. I'd never been to Britain, but I heard weather is bad. It's cold and wet a lot of the times. And remember, you're leaving hot, sunny Guyana, the Caribbean, and so on. And now you're in Britain wearing coats, going to work in the dark, coming home in the dark. Those are the kinds of things we experience when we work abroad. Now, I know what y'all going to say. Nobody not send y'all there. I know that. We choose. Human beings have free choice. And we want to see the world. We will not deny ourselves. Not because we come from where we come from, right? So we're not going to argue that. So they went there for better life and things like that. Because they could stay in England and they could take their families and they could establish themselves in ways that they probably could not in the Caribbean in the then time. So they worked in the dark, they worked mostly in factories, they worked on railroads and rough, hard work. So you can imagine at Christmas time when they can get a weekend or so and look forward for a time of festivity to bring them all together. And remember, back in those times and even now when we're abroad, we will meet Africans or brown-skinned people from all walks of life, whether they're from Guyana, the Caribbean, the motherland, but then we gravitate toward each other. The Trinidadians meet the Guyanese and the Jamaicans, and we are celebrating. Maybe we might not do that in Guyana itself, but when we're overseas, we tend to gravitate to our kind and we celebrate. So imagine they're getting together. And the song says, and I have to go through the song with you because I really like the story. So I don't know why he's addressing his mother. Mama, would you like to join your sonny? Nostalgia. He wants his mother with him. Who don't want their mother at Christmas time, especially if he went away as a young man and he couldn't go back? Would you like to join your sonny? I am over here in the mother country. Darling, for the Christmas, your son will be jumping. Listen to the chorus that we all will be singing. Drink a rum and a punch a cream, drink a rum. Now Trinidadians, listen. The festivities has got to get the rum. And this get a punch a creamer. I don't know what we call it in Guyana, but it's like eggnog. It's a milky drink or a creamy drink with Doro liquor, rum inside. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. If what we just call it in Guyana, y'all tell me if it's the eggnog. Me know what you call it. But punch a creamer. Trinidad is known for that. We just get rum punch. Not same thing. Rum punch is fruit with rum inside, right? Drink a rum. It's Christmas morning. Drink a rum. Mama, drink if you're drinking. So he assuming that your mama go drink a yonder side at Jamaica or Trinidad or Guyana. So drink if you're drinking. No, pia drinking. Christmas time is for drinking. You see me, auntie? From 6 to 66, when you go to she back in day for celebrate, she get the jamun wine on the table. She say, come take a little toops, all a little one. You drink wine today. And she get you, she come here. And you take a little toops. You know, I didn't understand what she was doing because I was raised Christian. But I think what she did, she gave me an appreciation for how people celebrated. So I never had a desire to go drink and get slobbering drunk because I knew what liquor tastes like, you know, and that was fruit wine. So I never did the hard liquor. I don't even know what whiskey tastes like and them kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway, that's an aside. So he and his mama celebrate Christmas morning. Mama, drink if you're drinking. So he encouraging his mama because maybe he remembers his mama at that time. And who would not when you're there foreign and abroad? Next thing he said that made me think that this celebration is a yearly thing. He said, again, mama, I have invited Jamaica, Trinidad, lovely Trinidad, Barbados, and Guyana. It's an invitation to a stupendous occasion. You can just imagine we are drinking till New Year's morning. Well, this tells me how long they're going to celebrate. Christmas Day, Boxing Day, all them other day till New Year's Day. You see, Caribbean festivities don't done the same day. They start long before and they end long after. Yes. So this took me back to the village where men there at the roadside they drink rum. And like I said, why not? We produce rum. Good. What gets me here is when he says the fete is grand. Bottles of all description. You must understand. Liquor to supply a nation. You see this here? I don't believe him, you know. Those of you know Guyanese or Caribbeans, you don't understand. Caribbean people have a Caribbean rhetoric, a way of talking called the braggadocio. Some of them can't even hold the liquor, but they're going to tell you how much gallon they drink. I lick the dong, I lick dong dong. You can't drink with me. I just can't hold I these there. I just can't hold I hear at all. And them that the first one drunk. Yes. So this is braggadocio. They get people can hold the liquor, and they get some of them is just talk. And so, if you don't understand a Caribbean person, you might think, say, they want to steal your thunder. You might think, say, they're too boastful, but it's called braggadocio. It's Caribbean rhetoric. That's how we do. That's how we tell story. Road kind of story, when they talk it, it's how it just go. It just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then a lie, that's how they just talk story. Good. So, he said, I've ordered whiskey, puncha crema, gin and brandy, lime and tonic water, lemon heart and angostura. Well, me know where is angostura, me know where is brandy, me know where is gin, me know where is puncha crema, me know where is lime and tonic water, where is lemon heart, me don't know I talk the thing. Yes, it's a drink a rum and a puncha crema, drink a rum. It's Christmas morning, drink a rum. I'm a drink if you're drinking. Yeah, Dodo darling, drink if you're drinking. Dodo is like darling. Yeah, sweetness. And so he talks about all of this stuff. He say we shivering, but we go drink a rum on a Christmas morning. The men say when you drink rum, you heat your body, you withstand the cold. Now let's get a little bit deeper into the cultural aspect. You see, when Britain colonized certain places, they brought their own culture, their whole culture, and the people who were colonized adapted that. They were enculturated. So, Christmas meant they're going to sing hymns and go to church. What Kitchener did was take the Creole ways that come from African traditions and create a song for festivity that is not of the church. This is Kaiso. He turned this Christian celebration and festivity into something local. Creolized that. So now we're singing something a little bit different than Oh Holy Night. Christmas, for some people, is not a celebration of the Christ. It's not a celebration of the birth of Christ. It's a festive season that is inclusive of all. So you have Guyanese that would come together at the Christmas season who are Muslims, Hindus, and all across the board. You get the Pentecostal, you get the Adventists, you get all of them. They would do something in commemoration of the birth of Christ. Some of them don't believe he was born on Christmas Day, which we know that's not true. But in the interest of Christ's birth, people celebrate. We have to know that not everyone who celebrates Christmas is celebrating the birth of Christ. They're just being festive. So they put up lights. They sell food. They buy food. They trade. They do commerce. They open small businesses. They have penny bank. And they might not believe a word about Christmas, but it's a way of coming together. Right? So he made this song to celebrate that aspect of culture where we can have rhythm and percussion and create something that is uniquely Caribbean, that is native of Caribbean for us. I'm going to consult my notes here so I can know what to say. So this distinctiveness comes with the way the music was made. If you listen carefully, you hear a lot of percussion, right? A lot of percussion. Mama, mama, would you like to join your sonny? You know, if it were in church, they would be clapping on the shack shack in certain churches. But then you have the same thing. So the rhythms of the African people have permeated the church. in some regard with the Pentecostals and so on, in the way they celebrate. You have that rhythm of the people, of the calypso and the kaiso and so on, quite in there. And it's very catchy. So when I think about this song, it reminds me of how people survive in other places. Our people, when they're exported abroad, what are the commonalities? Christmas brings them together with the rum, which is, common across the Caribbean. And with the jollification, they are going to take the joy that they have, the little instances when they can have joy. Because remember, some of these jobs they were doing in tanning factories and factory floors for all manner of stuff wasn't easy, They encountered all kinds of prejudices, stereotypes, racism, but yet they could find a space to overcome and be joyful. Oh, one more thing before I go. I was thinking about this mother country. I was talking to Dr. Kimani, Husi Kimani, because I research these things. It's not just like pia joke thing here, I don't give you a very deep and academic way of talking about it, but I give you enough that I would talk at conferences. So that's what I'm giving you. And so we were talking about it. We talked about this line, Moma, Moma, would you like to join your sonny? I am over here, happy in this mother country. Wink, 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 wink. Mother country. Oh, I don't cuss on this thing here. But if you know what I know, double entendre, right? It's a pun, it's a play on this mother country. Because remember, by this time, their experience must be biting. Must be biting. These are men whose parents and so on went to help a nation, and they experience such harsh conditions that they must be saying, this mother country, yeah, we're gonna be happy in this place. We're gonna defy it and be happy. Because it's easy for some people to roll over and say I can't and I can't do. But if you know anything about Jamaicans, nothing don't beat them, They don't roll over and dead. Nah. Guyanese abroad, we don't roll over and dead. West Indians abroad, they're gonna go to that America, and in 1 year, 2 years, they buy a house. And you wanna know how they do it, and then got a big job, Some of them, it's called dedication. It means rising above. That is what this song celebrating. In this mother country, that I do me all of this thing, or the mother country that gave them opportunity. I don't know which one. If you go for the play, then you're gonna see how it's a song of resistance. My house got a lot of stink bugs. Sorry, it's the season. Yes, if you go for that, you will get the play on the word. If you don't go for that, then it's just the way the Britons call it, mother country, because for them, they just don't have to take people. They have to make you over and make you subject. And they as the elite, and their country is going to be now your mother. Yes. And I don't know the quality of the mothering. I can't speak to that. Or at least I wouldn't speak to that today. So, that's all I got for y'all to this time. Yeah, that's what this song gives me. If y'all get anything else to share, please share. I'm going to do my Christmas series. I think it's going to start the week before Christmas. I'll let you guys know. December 14, it's a free event. The St. Rose's High School Alumni Association they have an event, and I'm going to be the speaker at that thing. So come along, we're talking about Guyanese Christmas, a Christmas story of a long time. So join us if you can. When I get the link, I'll post it so you can come in and enjoy it. It's a free event. Yes. So what does this story give you? What else can you get from it? Next week, I got another one. I don't know what yet, but come on in and we're going to talk story. And don't forget, like, share, subscribe, comment. You're always welcome. And thank you very much. Yawa good.
Drink a rum, Drink a rum and a punch a cream, I drink a rum. Drink a rum and a punch.